Exquisite, not at the moment. Yes. So that brings us to the next topic. Ownership of the restaurants. This is a bit of a difficult topic. Um, so in general, it's not going to be actual ownership. On paper, the restaurants will be owned by the government. So anybody that, in quote, runs the restaurant is replaceable for whatever reason that may be, inactivity or whatever. Um, Generally, obviously, that's more of a last resort thing, I'd hope. Um, a koi, which is down here. It's not in yet, but it's gonna be in soon. TM. Yeah, also, you don't even need to do that. Like, I don't want to put an RP character in, because personally, I just don't want that to be a thing, because then you have, in quotes, a character that you'll want to run to or talk to get shit done again, and I feel like we've done it in 3.0. We don't need to do that again. So a thing I'll probably do is like a one-time character or something that I'll literally delete afterwards, that just says, hey, you've been chosen to co-run this restaurant. Yeah, there will be franchise managers, yes. Here you go, don't fuck it up, or the government will take care of you, replace you, whatever. So a general idea is each of these restaurants is going to have 2 or maybe 3 managers, and decision making wise, they'll be evened out. So if you have 2 owners, it's a 50-50. If you have 3 owners, it's 33, right? What I want there to be is like, for public, I'm probably just gonna keep it how it is right now. Although I don't fully know yet. I might have to talk to. Obviously, we do a lot of 3D changes, which are like already on public. So maybe I'll talk to the public staff team, and just have them give out the restaurants to somebody they trust on public to run them. But that's kind of how they can deal with it themselves. So who runs the? I know there is somebody for Hydra that runs a stall, and Raccoon is active with it, but he doesn't actually own it. Who actually owns it? Jasper, okay. Is Jasper actually running it, or is Raccoon running it? Raccoon. So, Raccoon only recently. Okay, Raccoon is the face. So, Justice still runs a little bit ahead. So, probably for easier sake, I'll give Jasper priority, and if Jasper says he doesn't want to do it, it'll be Raccoon. Pretty much, as one of the half for hornies. They can figure that out themselves. Jasper gets asked, and if Jasper says no, then it'll be Raccoon. And if Raccoon says no, then we're in trouble. In general, what I want to avoid is like, or in general, what my goal is, I want it to be focused on the people that actually ran the stalls. So That's why the ownership of this is gonna be Jasper/Raccoon instead of like Flippy. And then the other half would be KC because they're also in Mirror Park, which would be nice for them. They don't have it far. But I heard they might want to run Koi instead as one of the half instead of Hornies. Yes, I heard a lot of KC wants to team up with ADMC. That's what I heard too. I think Luna wanted to message me about it last night, and then I was sleeping and didn't respond anymore. So the other active stall that I know is Besties. Who actually owns the Bestie stall? This is currently a map-free zone. Mike and Cassie. So it would be, you'd have Besties, as in Mike, run half of Up and Atom because they've already been doing RP with it. So it just makes sense. It's just Mike. Okay. So Besties, as in Mike, and his style gets to run half of Up and Atoms. And then I guess Corey will do Casey. I mean, it doesn't have to match, right? It doesn't have to match as to what they did in their stall. It doesn't really matter, right? It really doesn't matter. It's just that I know Hydra people have been doing RP with Hornies already, and Besties people have already been doing RP with Up and Atom. So it doesn't really make sense to. It doesn't really make sense to split them up or give them something else. They would make the restaurant in there, and like there would be mechanics to make food. So we have KC, Koi, Besties, Up and Atom, Hydra on paper. I'm just doing this for simplicity's sake because I'm not going to remember all the names. Hornies. That leaves room for the secondary owners. So I think it would be funny if Denzel was the second co-owner for Up and Atom. I think it would be really funny. See, so the issue is, while I agree with what you're saying, is we have a lot of stall owners, and a lot of them run shops. I don't want to disadvantage anyone. I want this to be somewhat even. Or it would be better for Denzel. So the thing is, like, like I said, these managers are 50-50, right? So it's not that one has more power over the other. So it's kind of a figure it out situation. The thing with not... It's like... The issue with... The issue with not giving it to some stalls is that it's hard to actually gauge what do you consider active and what not. It's difficult. Where do you draw the line? Because I don't want to deal with any drama of this. Is my general POV. Obviously, KC Hyder besties are the active ones, which is why they each get one and aren't getting put into the same. Putting two of the super active ones into the same one isn't really good, in my opinion. The thing is like, I'd rather have like one group that's super active in each, and then have all the other less active ones fill, than have two active ones in one, because then you have the issue that one of the other, or maybe two of the other restaurants would never open. I mean, I guess you could, FC, I guess you could do that. I could tell the primary, the active stall groups that get half ownership of the restaurant to figure out who else they're going to run it with. And it's going to have to be somebody that had a stall before. How does that sound? It would be better for the RP. That's what I'm thinking. It would be a favoritism co-ownership. Yes.